In the quiet chambers of your deepest yearning, where dreams take flight and ambition stirs the very air you breathe, there lies a universal truth. We all desire something more. We chase the echo of success, the whisper of significance, the phantom touch of a life truly lived. And for many, the journey begins with a blaze, a fierce, exhilarating burst of enthusiasm. We set grand intentions, outline audacious goals, and feel the intoxicating rush of potential. We imagine the summit, the triumphant roar, the undeniable proof of our arrival. But then, the path steepens, the wind howls, the initial blaze flickers, then diminishes, often dissolving into the cold ashes of abandoned plans and forgotten promises. We stumble, we fall, and too often we conclude that the summit was never meant for us. We attribute failure to fate, to circumstance, to a hidden talent others possess that we somehow lack. We see those who stand atop the peaks, seemingly untouched by doubt or despair, and we wonder what arcane secret propels them forward when all logic dictates retreat. We seek a magic formula, a shortcut, a cosmic lottery ticket to bypass the arduous climb. But the secret, if it can even be called that, is not magic. It's not a hidden talent bestowed upon a chosen few. It is instead a raw, uncompromising force available to every single soul willing to grasp it. It is the unyielding tenacity of the human spirit, the stubborn refusal to surrender, the iron-willed determination to press on, long after the initial motivation has faded, long after doubts have screamed their loudest, long after every fiber of your being cries out for rest. It is a commitment that transcends fleeting emotions, a promise made not just to the world, but to your truest, most ambitious self. This is the undeniable power of grit. This is the key to long-term success. Grit is not merely resilience. It is a proactive, intentional engagement with adversity, a conscious decision to forge forward, not just through the storm, but because of it. It's the unwavering focus of a blacksmith, hammering red-hot steel, knowing that each blow, no matter how arduous, contributes to the final perfected form. The mind, my friend, is that forge, and your thoughts are the hammer. Every external achievement begins as an internal blueprint, a silent decree whispered in the hallowed halls of your consciousness. What you consistently hold in your mind, what you truly believe, will inevitably manifest in your reality. This isn't a mystical incantation. It is the fundamental law of cause and effect, applied to the very fabric of your inner world. Consider the landscape of your current reality. Are you constantly reacting to external forces, buffeted by the winds of circumstance, a ship without a rudder on an unforgiving sea? Or are you the captain, charting your course with deliberate precision, navigating storms with an unshakable conviction in your destination? The difference lies in where you place your power. Most people allow their circumstances to dictate their mindset. They wait for external validation, for perfect conditions, for an absence of obstacles before they permit themselves to truly believe. But the architects of destiny, the titans of achievement, operate from an entirely different paradigm. They understand that the mind is the master, the architect, the grand designer of all that is to follow. To cultivate grit, you must first cultivate an unshakable mindset. It's not about positive thinking in a superficial sense, a mere recitation of empty affirmations. It is about a profound, guttural belief in your own capacity, a recognition that within you lies an untapped reservoir of strength, ingenuity, and indefatigable spirit. This belief is not granted, it is built. It is built through conscious attention, through the deliberate filtering of corrosive thoughts, through the relentless feeding of your mind with inspiration, knowledge, and empowering narratives. Just as a gardener tends to a fertile plot, removing weeds and nourishing the soil, so too must you tend to your mind. Every negative thought, every self-limiting belief is a weed choking the potential of your inner garden. Every empowering thought, every vision of success is a seed planted, ready to blossom into glorious reality. This mental mastery is the bedrock upon which all enduring success is built. It's the internal climate that determines whether the seeds of ambition will wither and die or take root and flourish. Without a mind fortified by purpose and belief, even the most brilliant strategies will crumble under the first breath of adversity. This foundation is so critical because life in its infinite wisdom, will test you. It will present challenges designed not to break you, but to reveal the true depth of your resolve. And in those moments, when the odds seem insurmountable, when the path ahead is cloaked in impenetrable fog, it is your mindset and your mindset alone that will determine whether you turn back or press onward. This leads us to the indispensable power of belief not, a flimsy hope, not a transient wish, but an absolute, unshakable conviction. It's the kind of belief that compels you to act despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, the kind that whispered to Thomas Edison through thousands of failed experiments, telling him he hadn't failed, but merely discovered thousands of ways not to build a light bulb. His belief in the possibility of practical illumination was so profound, so visceral, that every setback became merely a data point, an elimination of a wrong answer, bringing him closer to the truth. He wasn't just trying, he was proving to himself and to the world that it could be done. That's belief. This conviction is the fuel that ignites a definite purpose. You cannot apply grit haphazardly. It requires a target, a clear, unwavering objective that acts as your North Star through the darkest nights. What exactly do you want? Not a vague desire, not a generalized yearning for more success or more happiness. Those are nebulous aspirations easily dissipated by the slightest gust of wind. Your purpose must be sharp, specific, and vividly imagined. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is its tangible expression in the world? Napoleon Hill spoke of a burning desire and a definite purpose. These are not mere philosophical constructs. They are practical tools for engineering your destiny. Think of Abraham Lincoln. His purpose, to preserve the Union and eventually abolish slavery, was a definite burning desire forged in the crucible of national division. He faced relentless criticism, crushing defeats, personal tragedies, and the skepticism of an entire nation. Yet, he persevered. He didn't waver in his fundamental conviction, even when the path seemed utterly hopeless. His grit was fueled by a purpose so profound that it transcended personal comfort, political expediency, and even the immediate threat of civil war. He knew what he was fighting for, and that knowing gave him the strength to endure unimaginable burdens. This absolute clarity of purpose is what transforms a fleeting wish into an unstoppable force. Without a definite purpose, your grit becomes aimless energy, like a powerful engine sputtering without being engaged in gear. You might work hard, you might be busy, but you won't be building towards anything significant. This definite purpose isn't just a mental exercise, it needs to be concrete. Write it down. Articulate it with precision. Visualize it daily. Let it permeate every cell of your being until it becomes an intrinsic part of who you are and what you stand for. It becomes your compass, guiding you through the labyrinthine challenges of life, always pointing you back to your true north. This unwavering clarity is the first essential step in transforming potential into reality and desire into achievement. Once your definite purpose is etched into the very core of your being, the next crucial step is to craft a vision, a meticulously detailed blueprint of your desired future. This isn't just about wishing, it's about seeing. It's about constructing, in the theater of your mind, the vivid panorama of what success looks and feels like. For Walt Disney, it was not merely about drawing cartoons. It was about creating a magical world where imagination knew no bounds, a place where families could find joy and wonder. He didn't just envision a theme park. He envisioned every smile, every gasp of delight, every unforgettable moment that would unfold within its gates. His vision was so clear, so compelling, that it pulled him through bankruptcy, ridicule, and countless rejections. This vision must be so real to you, so tangible, that it feels inevitable. You are not just dreaming of it, you are actively living into it. What details can you add? What emotions does it evoke? How does it impact those around you? The more refined and precise your vision, the more powerfully it will draw you towards its realization. It acts as a magnet, aligning your actions, your thoughts, and your environment towards its fulfillment. This clarity is not static. It evolves as you gain more experience, more knowledge. But the core essence, the fundamental truth of your purpose remains immutable. With purpose and vision firmly established, we arrive at the practical realm of planning. Grit, without an organized plan, risks becoming sheer brute force, hitting walls repeatedly instead of finding a way through or around them. While grit provides the unyielding drive, the plan provides the strategy, the intelligent application of that drive. What steps, however small, must you take today? What resources do you need? Who must you connect with? This isn't about creating an inflexible dogma, it's about establishing a navigable path. The journey will undoubtedly throw unexpected turns and detours your way, but a clear plan gives you a starting point, a series of checkpoints, and a target to aim for, even when the fog of uncertainty descends. Think of Henry Ford. His vision was to put America on wheels, to make the automobile accessible to the masses. This was a definite purpose, but it required an organized plan, the assembly line, interchangeable parts, efficient manufacturing processes, and a wage structure that allowed his own workers to afford his product. He faced immense skepticism, technical challenges, and fierce competition. Yet his clear vision, backed by a meticulous, evolving plan, allowed him to revolutionize an entire industry. The plan was the scaffold upon which his massive enterprise was built. It allowed him to channel his grit into effective, systematic action. Your plan might be simple to start, a single step outlined clearly, but it must be a living document, constantly reviewed, adjusted, and improved. It is the roadmap for your relentless pursuit. Without it, you are simply walking, but with it, you are marching with purpose. The genius lies not just in the grand design, but in the disciplined execution of the minute details. Success is rarely a single colossal leap. It is the culmination of countless small, deliberate steps taken consistently, day after day, week after week, year after year. This consistent, disciplined action brings us to the very heart of grit. It is the bridge between intention and manifestation, between dreams and reality. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the ultimate act of self-love, the deliberate choice to do what is necessary, even when it's uncomfortable, in pursuit of your highest good. It is the willingness to forego immediate gratification for the greater long-term reward. It's getting up early, even when your bed calls to you. It's putting in the extra hour, even when your mind screams for rest. It's facing the difficult conversation, even when every fiber of your being wants to avoid it. This consistent, unwavering application of effort is what truly separates those who dream from those who achieve. Consider the athlete who trains relentlessly, day in and day out, not for the roar of the crowd or the fleeting glory of victory, but for the profound satisfaction of pushing past perceived limits, of mastering their craft, of becoming the very best version of themselves. Their discipline isn't born of fleeting motivation. It's a deep-seated commitment to their goal, a non-negotiable ritual that compounds over time. Every single rep, every single practice, every single early morning run builds not just physical strength, but an indomitable mental fortitude. This is the essence of grit in action, the relentless pursuit of improvement fueled by an internal drive, not external validation. In a world addicted to instant gratification, where the slightest discomfort sends us seeking distraction, discipline is a revolutionary act. It's the superpower that allows you to override the fleeting whims of the moment and stay aligned with your long-term vision. It transforms aspiration into actualization. Without it, your definite purpose remains a lofty ideal, your vision a beautiful mirage, and your plan a dusty blueprint. Discipline is the engine that converts potential energy into kinetic motion. It is the steadfast hand that sculpts raw clay into a masterpiece. This doesn't mean life will be a perfectly linear ascent. The path to any significant achievement is paved with obstacles, setbacks, and outright failures. Grit is not about avoiding these, it's about how you respond to them. It's the ability to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, even when the wind is knocked out of your sails and the destination seems impossibly far. This is where resilience intertwines with grit, forming an unbreakable chain. Resilience is the bounce-back factor. Grit is the relentless push forward after the bounce. Think of how many times legends faced catastrophic setbacks. Walt Disney's early animation studio went bankrupt. He was told he lacked imagination. Yet, he didn't abandon his dream of enchanting the world. He learned, he adapted, he pressed on, driven by his vision of what could be. Similarly, Steve Jobs was famously ousted from Apple, the very company he co-founded. For many, that would have been the end. For Jobs, it was a profound learning experience that ultimately propelled him to create Next in Pixar, refining his vision, and eventually returning to Apple to lead its most iconic resurgence. These individuals did not possess some magical immunity to failure. They possessed an unparalleled capacity to treat failure as feedback, as a stepping stone rather than a tombstone. When adversity strikes, and it will strike, the voice of doubt will whisper insidious lies. It will tell you that you're not good enough, that the dream is too big, that you should just give up and settle for comfortable mediocrity. This is the moment when grit roars back. It is the voice within that says, not yet, not ever. It is the fierce commitment to your purpose that transcends momentary pain. It's the understanding that true growth, true mastery is forged in the fires of challenge, not in the tranquility of comfort. Embrace the struggle, for it is in the struggle that your true strength is revealed, honed, and ultimately perfected. The journey of grit is rarely a solitary one. While individual determination is paramount, the intelligent application of effort often involves the strategic alignment with others. This brings us to a modern interpretation of Napoleon Hill's mastermind principle. It's not about doing everything yourself, but about surrounding yourself with individuals who elevate your thinking, challenge your assumptions, and contribute to your definite purpose. This means consciously building a network of support, guidance, and collaborative energy. Imagine a team of engineers working on a complex problem. Each brings their unique expertise, their distinct perspective, their specific knowledge. By combining their mental forces, they arrive at solutions far more sophisticated and robust than any one of them could achieve alone. Your success is no different. Who are the people in your life who truly believe in your vision, even when you occasionally falter? Who challenges you to think bigger, to push harder, to see possibilities you might otherwise miss? Who possesses knowledge, skills, or connections that complement your own? This mastermind group doesn't have to be formal. It can be a mentor who has walked the path before you, a peer who shares a similar ambition, a colleague who offers constructive criticism, or even a community of like-minded individuals who provide mutual encouragement. The key is intentionality. Actively seek out those who lift you up, those who inspire you, and those who possess the wisdom to guide you through uncharted territory. Conversely, learn to distance yourself from those who drain your energy, amplify your doubts, or discourage your ambition. Your environment, especially your intellectual and emotional environment, is a powerful determinant of your trajectory. Guard it fiercely. The power of this collective intelligence is immense. It provides accountability, diverse perspectives, emotional support, and a collective pool of knowledge that far surpasses any individual capacity. Just as a single stream gains power and depth when it merges with others to form a river, so too does your personal power amplify when intelligently combined with the energy and wisdom of a well-chosen mastermind. This is not about leaning on others to do the work for you. It's about leveraging collective genius to accelerate your own growth and broaden your impact. Grit is not a rigid adherence to a single path. It is an intelligent persistence, rooted in continuous learning and adaptability. The world is a dynamic, ever-changing landscape, and clinging rigidly to outdated methods or assumptions is a sure path to stagnation. True grit understands that while the definite purpose remains fixed, the strategies for achieving it must be fluid and responsive to new information. This means cultivating a relentless curiosity, an insatiable desire to learn, and an unwavering commitment to self-improvement. Think of the scientific method. Hypothesize, experiment, observe, analyze, and refine. Apply this same iterative process to your own life and your pursuit of success. Every action you take is an experiment. Every result, whether perceived as success or failure, is data. What worked, what didn't, why? How can you adjust your approach, your plan, your strategy to achieve a better outcome next time? This isn't about giving up on your goal. It's about becoming more effective in your pursuit of it. The greatest innovators and achievers throughout history were not stubborn. They were relentlessly adaptable. They embraced feedback, even when it was harsh. They saw mistakes not as personal failings, but as invaluable lessons. From the Wright brothers, who tirelessly iterated on their flying machines through countless crashes, to modern tech entrepreneurs who pivot their business models based on market feedback, the ability to learn, adjust, and evolve is a hallmark of enduring success. This constant learning fuels your grit, giving it intelligence and direction, ensuring that your persistence is productive, not merely repetitive. This commitment to lifelong learning is not a luxury. It is a necessity. The landscape of knowledge is expanding at an exponential rate. New technologies emerge, industries transform, and societal needs evolve. Those who stand still are not merely maintaining their position, they are falling behind. Embrace the student mindset. Read voraciously. Seek out new skills. Engage with diverse perspectives. Attend workshops, seminars, and conferences. Understand that every interaction, every experience, every challenge presents an opportunity for growth. Your capacity to learn is your ultimate competitive advantage, and when combined with unwavering grit, it becomes an unstoppable force for progress. In the tapestry of a life well lived, gratitude is not merely a pleasant emotion. It is a powerful force that sustains momentum and expands your capacity to receive. It's easy to focus on what's missing, on the challenges ahead, on the distance yet to travel. But true grit understands the profound importance of acknowledging the progress made, the lessons learned, the support received, and the abundance that already exists. This isn't about complacency, it's about conscious appreciation, which shifts your energetic vibration and opens you up to more opportunities. Imagine two individuals facing identical challenges. One complains, focuses on the unfairness of their situation, and dwells on what they lack. The other, despite the difficulty, consciously seeks out reasons for gratitude, for their health, for a supportive friend, for a valuable lesson learned, for the sheer privilege of pursuing a dream. Which individual do you think will possess more resilience, more inner strength, and ultimately more capacity to overcome? The answer is clear. Gratitude acts as an anchor, grounding you in positive emotion, even amidst the choppiness of the storm. It prevents the insidious slide into victimhood and fuels the inner resolve needed to persist. This practice of gratitude also profoundly impacts your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is a powerful, fertile ground, constantly absorbing the seeds of your dominant thoughts and beliefs, whether positive or negative. When you consistently feed it with gratitude, you are programming it for abundance, for opportunity, for success. You are telling the universe and yourself that you are worthy, that you are blessed, and that you are ready for more. Affirmations, visualizations, and a constant focus on appreciation are not just feel-good exercises. They are deliberate acts of programming, aligning your inner world with your outer aspirations. When your subconscious mind is saturated with positive expectation and a deep sense of gratitude, it becomes a powerful ally in your quest for success. It will work tirelessly, even while you sleep, to identify opportunities, spark creative solutions, and guide you towards the manifestation of your definite purpose. This is the unseen hand that often seems to lead you to the right place at the right time, to connect you with the right person, or to reveal the perfect insight. It's not magic. It's the profound power of your own mental programming. Cultivate this inner landscape with care, and you will find an inexhaustible wellspring of grit and resilience. This brings us full circle to the concept of a burning desire that Napoleon Hill emphasized. It is the core, incandescent fuel that sustains your grit through every trial and triumph. It is the unyielding, passionate longing for your definite purpose, so intense that it becomes a palpable force within you. This isn't just about wanting something, it's about needing it, about feeling its absence as a physical ache and its eventual realization as an inevitable fulfillment. This burning desire is tempered and refined by self-control. Grit is not reckless abandon, it is disciplined pursuit. Self-control is the rudder that steers your burning desire, ensuring that your passion is channeled constructively rather than dissipating into impulsive actions or emotional reactions. It means controlling your thoughts, preventing negative spirals. It means managing your emotions, not allowing fear or frustration to derail your efforts. It means delaying gratification, choosing the disciplined path even when the easy road beckons. Consider the focused intensity of a laser beam compared to a scattered flashlight. Both emit light, but only one possesses the concentrated power to cut through steel. Your burning desire, coupled with self-control, becomes that laser beam. It allows you to focus your energy, your time, and your resources with unparalleled precision on your most important objectives. This mastery over oneself is perhaps the most profound form of power you can cultivate, for it dictates the direction and potency of all your other efforts. The long game of success is precisely that, a long game. Grit understands that monumental achievements are not built overnight, but through consistent, persistent, unwavering effort over extended periods. It's not about the sprint, it's about the ultra marathon. It's about showing up day after day, year after year, even when the results are not immediately apparent, even when the finish line seems impossibly distant. The true measure of grit is found not in the initial burst of enthusiasm, but in the sustained commitment through the arduous middle and the often lonely end. Think of the profound satisfaction of looking back on years of dedicated effort, of witnessing a vision once held only in your mind, now manifest in the world. It's the feeling of knowing that you did not give up, that you honored your potential, and that you forged something meaningful and enduring. This long-term perspective is crucial because it allows you to weather the inevitable storms without losing sight of your ultimate destination. It liberates you from the tyranny of instant results and anchors you in the wisdom of compounding effort. The impact of this long-term commitment extends far beyond your personal success. It inspires others. It demonstrates what is possible when a human being aligns definite purpose with unwavering grit. You become a beacon, a living testament to the power of perseverance. Your journey, your resilience, your ultimate triumph creates a ripple effect, empowering those around you to pursue their own audacious dreams with renewed conviction. You leave a legacy not just of achievement, but of possibility. So, where do you stand? Are you willing to embrace this undeniable power? Are you ready to forge your own grit day by day through conscious thought, unwavering belief, clear purpose, disciplined action, and relentless adaptability? This is not a gift you are given. It is a strength you cultivate. It is not an innate talent. It is a profound choice. The time for hesitation is over. The moment to choose is now. Choose grit. Choose to rise above the fleeting whispers of doubt and the seductive pull of comfort. Choose to embrace the discomfort of growth, the lessons of failure, and the relentless pursuit of your highest potential. Your definite purpose awaits your unwavering commitment. Your vision calls for your persistent action. Let your burning desire ignite a fire within you that no obstacle can extinguish. Let your discipline be the bedrock of your daily existence. Let your resilience be the testament to your unshakable spirit. For in the crucible of sustained effort, in the unwavering commitment to your purpose, you will discover not only the path to long-term success, but the limitless depths of your own indomitable power. Go forth. Persevere. The summit awaits. Your destiny calls. Answer with grit. Your journey, the odyssey of your ambition, will not be defined by the easy winds or the smooth sailing. It will be carved, chiseled, and ultimately glorified by the ferocity of your response to the inevitable gales and the crushing waves. The battle for success is first and foremost an internal one. It is fought not on a grand stage, but within the silent, sacred arena of your own mind. Here in this private theater, the true strength of your grit is forged. Too often we underestimate the profound, almost mystical power of our own thoughts. We allow the fleeting anxieties of the day, the echoes of past failures, or the insidious doubts whispered by a world of cynics to colonize our mental landscape. But understand this, your mind is not merely a passive recipient of external stimuli, it is an active creative force, constantly translating your dominant thoughts into your lived experience. Just as a sculptor shapes clay, your sustained beliefs shape your reality. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a foundational principle, a law as immutable as gravity, governing the very architecture of achievement. To truly wield the power of grit, you must become the master of your own mental domain. This begins with an understanding of your subconscious mind, that vast, powerful engine beneath the surface of your conscious thought, tirelessly working to manifest whatever images, beliefs, and emotions you feed it. If you consistently sow seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, your subconscious will diligently cultivate a harvest of stagnation and defeat. But if you plant seeds of unwavering belief, definite purpose, and triumphant vision, it will, with equal diligence, cultivate a bountiful harvest of opportunity, resourcefulness, and ultimate success. This is where the ancient wisdom of autosuggestion, or modern self-talk, becomes your most potent weapon. Every word you utter to yourself, every affirmation you internalize, every image you consistently hold in your mind's eye is a command sent directly to your subconscious. It is the deliberate programming of your inner supercomputer. Are you telling yourself this is too hard or I'm not capable? Then you are programming yourself for surrender. Or are you with fierce conviction declaring, I will find a way. I am stronger than this challenge. My purpose is undeniable. This is the language of victory. This is the language that builds an unshakable faith in yourself. Not a superficial optimism, but a profound, almost spiritual certainty that you are capable of manifesting your deepest desires. This faith, born from deliberate mental control, is the bedrock upon which your grit will stand firm against any storm. It is the inner voice that whispers, keep going, when the outer world screams, give up. When the path becomes obscured, when the initial fire of ambition begins to wane, it is this unwavering internal landscape, meticulously cultivated, that serves as your guiding beacon. For many, the journey to success is a series of starts and stops, of fleeting enthusiasms, followed by inevitable retreats. They touch the edge of their potential, glimpse the mountain peak, and then shy away from the arduous climb. Why? Because their inner world, their foundational mindset, was never truly fortified. They sought external validation before building internal conviction. They waited for conditions to be perfect before committing to their vision. But true grit doesn't wait. It creates its own conditions. It doesn't seek permission. It dictates its own terms. This leads us to a deeper dive into the crucible of purpose and clarity. A definite purpose isn't just a goal. It's a mission, a calling, a reason to rise when every fiber of your being begs to remain supine. It's the conviction that your existence is meant for something more than mere survival, something grander than fleeting pleasures. To find this purpose, you must engage in a profound introspection, a courageous excavation of your deepest values, your most fervent passions, and the unique gifts you possess to contribute to the world. What problem are you uniquely positioned to solve? What truth are you compelled to speak? What creation are you destined to bring forth? This purpose often reveals itself not in a sudden flash of insight, but through a process of refinement, of experimentation, and sometimes of painful experience. It's honed in the fires of adversity, clarified by the demands of the world, and strengthened by each incremental step you take towards its realization. Consider Viktor Frankl, imprisoned in Nazi concentration camps, who found his definite purpose not in escaping, but in helping others find meaning amidst unimaginable suffering. His purpose was forged in the most brutal crucible, yet it sustained him, proving that the human spirit, anchored by a definite purpose, can transcend any horror. Once identified, this purpose becomes your guiding star, etched into the very fabric of your being. From it springs your vision, not a mere mental image, but a living, breathing blueprint of your desired future. It is a masterpiece painted on the canvas of your imagination, filled with intricate details, vibrant colors, and compelling emotions. This isn't just about what you want to achieve, it's about who you intend to become in the process. It's about seeing yourself not as you are, but as you are destined to be, having already achieved your grandest aspirations. Imagine, if you can, the mind of Leonardo da Vinci. His vision of flight, of anatomical precision, of intricate machines was so vivid, so all-consuming, that he spent a lifetime meticulously drawing, experimenting, and studying, driven by an insatiable curiosity and an unwavering belief in the potential of human ingenuity. He didn't just dream of flying, he saw himself designing the very mechanisms of flight. This relentless pursuit of a clear, compelling vision is what transforms vague desire into tangible reality. It is the internal compass that guides every decision, every action, every instance of applied grit. This vision becomes so real to you, so compelling, that it pulls you forward through the arduous journey, even when the immediate gratification is absent and the path ahead is fraught with uncertainty. From the clarity of vision, we transition to the unseen architect of habit and discipline. Grit is not a heroic burst of effort. It is the sum of countless, seemingly small, deliberate actions taken consistently, day after day, year after year. These actions, when woven together, form the invisible architecture of your success. This is the profound power of micro-habits, of daily rituals that in isolation seem insignificant, but over time compound into insurmountable advantage. It's the difference between merely wanting to be a writer and showing up at the page for 30 minutes every single day, regardless of inspiration. It's the difference between wishing for physical mastery and hitting the gym, or the running track, even when your body protests. Discipline is often misunderstood as a restrictive force, a chain binding you to arduous tasks. But true discipline is liberation. It liberates you from the tyranny of your fluctuating emotions, from the siren call of procrastination, and from the debilitating grip of instant gratification. It is the conscious choice to do what is necessary, when it is necessary, whether you feel like it or not, because you understand that your long-term success hinges upon it. This isn't about crushing your spirit. It's about training your spirit to operate at its highest potential. The journey of grit will inevitably lead you to the pain barrier. This is the point where the initial enthusiasm has worn off, where the task feels monotonous, where doubt creeps in, and where your comfort zone screams for retreat. It's the moment when most people give up. But for the individual imbued with true grit, this barrier is not a wall, it's a threshold. It's an invitation to push past perceived limits, to discover the deeper reserves of strength you never knew you possessed. It's in these moments of discomfort, when you choose to persist despite the internal resistance, that your character is forged, your resolve is hardened, and your capacity for future triumph expands exponentially. Embrace the discomfort, for it is the signpost of growth, the laboratory where true mastery is achieved. Yet, even with the most ironclad discipline, the journey will take you through what can only be described as the wilderness of failure and adversity. No life of significant achievement is free from setbacks, from crushing defeats, from moments where the world seems to conspire against your very existence. These valleys are not merely detours. They are integral parts of the landscape, designed not to destroy you, but to reveal your true depth of resolve. The measure of your grit is not found in how high you can soar, but in how profoundly you can fall, and then, with an unyielding spirit, rise again. Think of Abraham Lincoln, a man whose life was a litany of personal tragedies and political failures before he reached the presidency. He lost multiple elections, suffered business failures, endured the death of loved ones, and faced profound bouts of depression. Each defeat was a crucible, testing his resolve, clarifying his purpose, and hardening his will. His grit was not the absence of despair, but the unwavering commitment to his vision despite the despair. He understood implicitly that failure was not a destination, but a detour, a painful lesson, an opportunity for course correction. He didn't abandon his ultimate purpose. He refined his approach, learned from his mistakes, and pressed on with an almost superhuman tenacity. Similarly, consider Winston Churchill, relegated to the wilderness years before World War II, ridiculed for his warnings against Nazism, seen as a spent force. Yet, his definite purpose, his unshakable conviction in the defense of freedom, sustained him through years of political isolation and public scorn. When the storm broke, when his nation faced its darkest hour, his grit, honed through years of adversity and unwavering belief, became the unyielding shield against tyranny. These are not stories of easy victories, but of relentless, almost brutal persistence in the face of overwhelming odds. They demonstrate that true grit is forged in the deepest valleys, refined in the hottest fires, and tested in the most bitter storms. In these moments of profound difficulty, the key is not to succumb to emotional paralysis. It is to detach emotion from outcome, to view every setback as mere data, as feedback. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? How can I adapt? What new insight can I glean from this apparent defeat? This reframing, this alchemy of transforming pain into purpose is the superpower. It ensures that no experience, no matter how harsh, is ever truly wasted. It imbues you with an almost defiant optimism, not a naive belief that everything will be easy, but a profound certainty that you possess the inner resources to overcome anything. This resilience, born from the continuous application of grit, becomes your shield, your armor, and your unbreakable spirit. While the journey of grit demands profound individual effort, it rarely flourishes in isolation. This leads us to a deeper understanding of the mastermind principle, a concept more vital today than ever before. It's not just about networking, it's about intentionally forging strategic alliances with individuals whose combined intelligence, experience, and energy can amplify your own. Imagine the synergistic power of two or more minds, united in a definite purpose, working in perfect harmony. The sum of their collective effort far exceeds the mere addition of their individual contributions. It is an exponential force, a catalyst for accelerated progress. How do you build and leverage such a mastermind? It begins with conscious selection. Who are the people who genuinely inspire you, who challenge your thinking, who possess complementary skills, or who have already achieved what you aspire to? Seek out mentors who have walked the path before you, who can illuminate pitfalls and shortcuts alike. Identify peers who share your ambition, with whom you can share vulnerabilities, exchange ideas, and hold each other accountable. Cultivate relationships with experts in fields relevant to your purpose, drawing on their specialized knowledge. This doesn't mean always seeking formal arrangements. A mastermind can be a casual group of friends who regularly discuss their goals, a professional association, or even a small, dedicated accountability partner. The power lies in the collective consciousness. When multiple minds, all aligned with a definite purpose, focus their energy on a problem, solutions often emerge that none could have conceived alone. It's the cross-pollination of ideas, the identification of blind spots, the shared burden of challenge that makes the collective genius so potent. This synergy can prevent costly mistakes, open unforeseen doors, and provide emotional fortitude when your own resolve wavers. It's the difference between trying to paddle a boat upstream alone and being part of a well-coordinated rowing team. Crucially, this principle also necessitates guarding your mental and emotional environment fiercely. Just as a single drop of poison can contaminate an entire well, so too can negative influences derail your greatest ambitions. Avoid the detractors, the cynics, the energy vampires who revel in doubt and mediocrity. Their poison spreads silently, eroding your belief and undermining your grit. Surround yourself with those who uplift, who believe in your capacity, who push you to be better, and who celebrate your victories as their own. And remember, the mastermind principle is a two-way street. Contribute your own knowledge, support, and energy to the collective. Give generously, and you will receive abundantly. Grit is not a rigid adherence to a single unchanging plan. It is an intelligent persistence, constantly refined by continuous learning and adaptability. The world is a dynamic, ever-evolving landscape. To stand still is to fall behind. To remain rigid in your approach when the circumstances shift is to invite obsolescence. True grit is intertwined with intellectual humility, the willingness to unlearn old paradigms, to embrace new information, and to continually reinvent yourself and your methods. It is the understanding that while your definite purpose remains fixed, the strategies for achieving it must be fluid, responsive, and constantly evolving. This is the essence of a growth mindset applied to the grand scale of your life's ambitions. It's the relentless pursuit of mastery through deliberate practice, through seeking out feedback, and through a profound commitment to continuous self-improvement. Think of an artisan meticulously refining their craft, each stroke, each cut, each detail, honed through endless repetition and a relentless pursuit of perfection. They understand that mastery is not a destination, but a ceaseless journey of learning. This constant evolution extends beyond personal skills. It involves staying abreast of new technologies, understanding shifting market trends, and adapting your approaches to meet changing needs. The titans of industry, from IBM reinventing itself through multiple technological revolutions to Amazon constantly expanding its scope, are not just persistent, they are relentlessly adaptable. They embraced innovation, even when it meant disrupting their own successful models. They understood that the willingness to be wrong, to pivot, and to embrace new paradigms is not a weakness, but a profound strength. This commitment to learning is not a luxury. It is the vital breath of your grit. It ensures that your persistence is intelligent, that your efforts are directed efficiently, and that you're always evolving towards a higher level of competence and impact. Cultivate a voracious appetite for knowledge, a relentless curiosity about how things work, and an open mind to new possibilities. Every interaction, every book, every challenge, every success, and every failure becomes a classroom, an opportunity to expand your understanding and sharpen your edge. This perpetual student mindset, when combined with your unwavering grit, creates an unstoppable force for innovation and enduring success. In the intricate dance of creation and manifestation, gratitude is not merely a pleasant emotion. It is an energetic principle, a magnetic force that amplifies your capacity to receive. In a world often consumed by scarcity thinking, by the relentless pursuit of what is missing, gratitude acts as a powerful countercurrent, grounding you in the abundance that already exists. It's easy to focus on the distance yet to travel, the resources yet to acquire, the challenges yet to overcome. But true grit understands that by consciously acknowledging the progress made, the lessons learned, the support received, and the myriad blessings already present in your life, you shift your energetic vibration. This shift is not mystical, it's psychological and spiritual. When you operate from a place of genuine appreciation, you are telling the universe and your subconscious mind that you are worthy, that you are blessed, and that you are open to receiving even more. This creates a positive feedback loop. The more gratitude you express, the more reasons for gratitude appear. It is the energetic currency of abundance, transforming your perspective from lack to overflow. It's the difference between a thirsty man focusing on the empty portion of his glass and a grateful man celebrating the water he already holds. This practice of deep gratitude, particularly when combined with deliberate programming of your subconscious mind, opens a channel to what some call infinite intelligence, or the universal wellspring of wisdom and opportunity. Your subconscious, that vast, fertile garden, responds to the consistent seeds of your thoughts and feelings. When you inundate it with gratitude, with visions of success, with affirmations of your worthiness, it becomes a powerful bridge to solutions, insights, and opportunities that lie beyond your conscious grasp. It's the aha moment that strikes you in the shower, the serendipitous meeting, the perfect resource that appears exactly when needed. This isn't magic. It is the manifestation of an aligned inner world attracting its external equivalent. Cultivate this inner landscape with unwavering diligence. Let gratitude be your daily breath, your constant companion. Practice it not just for the grand victories, but for the mundane blessings, the breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, the sunrise that greets each new day. This profound appreciation, deeply felt and consistently expressed, becomes a powerful force multiplier for your grit, sustaining your spirit, attracting opportunities, and fueling your unshakable conviction in the abundant nature of the universe. This brings us finally to the very core of what distinguishes the truly successful. The alchemical fire of a burning desire, purified and directed by unyielding willpower. A burning desire is more than a mere wish. It is a primal, unquenchable longing for your definite purpose, so intense that it consumes every thought, every fiber of your being. It is the deep guttural conviction that your success is not merely possible, but inevitable, and that you are willing to pay any price, overcome any obstacle, and make any sacrifice to achieve it. This desire is the fuel, the ceaseless energy that drives your grit, transforming it from mere persistence into an unstoppable force of creation. This desire, however, must be tempered and directed by willpower, which is not brute force, but focused intention. Willpower is the discipline to channel that burning desire, to concentrate your energy, and to direct every action toward your definite purpose. It is the ability to resist distraction, to overcome procrastination, and to transmute negative emotions, fear, doubt, frustration, into positive, constructive action. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze you, willpower transforms it into a heightened awareness. Instead of letting frustration lead to surrender, willpower transmutes it into renewed determination. This is the ultimate self-mastery, the control over your own thoughts, emotions, and actions that ensures your immense internal power is not scattered, but precisely aimed at your grandest objectives. This is the alchemical process of achievement. The raw energy of desire, refined in the crucible of willpower, applied with unwavering grit until it manifests into its physical equivalent. It is the unshakable certainty that what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And this conviction is born not of empty optimism, but of relentless, disciplined action taken day after day in pursuit of a purpose so compelling it eclipses all fear. And what is the ultimate payoff for this sustained, uncompromising application of grit? It is not merely financial success, though that may be a natural byproduct. It is not just public acclaim, though recognition may follow. The ultimate reward is the profound, incandescent satisfaction of a life truly lived, a purpose fully realized, and a potential completely honored. It is the knowing that you did not surrender to mediocrity, that you did not succumb to doubt, and that you brought something meaningful and enduring into the world. Your grit, your unwavering commitment, creates an immortal echo. It extends beyond your own lifetime, inspiring generations to come. It demonstrates that the human spirit, armed with a definite purpose and an unyielding will, can transcend any limitation, conquer any challenge, and achieve the seemingly impossible. You become a living testament to the power of perseverance, a beacon of possibility for all who witness your journey. This is the true meaning of legacy, not just what you leave behind, but the profound transformation you undergo, the character you forge, and the profound impact you have on the trajectory of others. The true wealth lies not in what you accumulate, but in who you become. It lies in the peace of mind that comes from knowing you gave your absolute best, that you fought the good fight, and that you honored the unique spark of genius within you. This is the freedom of a life defined by purpose, discipline, and an unshakable belief in your own capacity. So I ask you one last time, are you ready? Are you willing to embrace this undeniable power of grit? Are you prepared to face the internal battle, to program your mind for victory, to define your purpose with absolute clarity, and to pursue it with relentless, disciplined action? Are you willing to embrace failure as feedback, adversity as opportunity, and discomfort as the pathway to growth? The choice is yours. The dormant power within you awaits your command. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not seek permission. Do not allow the whispers of doubt to drown out the roar of your potential. This is your moment. This is your life. And the only thing standing between you and your grandest aspirations is the sustained, uncompromising application of your own indomitable grit. Awaken the giant within. Declare your purpose. Execute your plan. Persevere through every challenge. Your destiny is not written in the stars. It is forged in the crucible of your own unwavering resolve. Go forth. Begin now. and let your grit be the undeniable force that shapes your magnificent future. The world is waiting